What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jambit, and today we're back on the Pokemon Showdown server for day 3 of daily uploads. We're gonna hop right into it. Shoutouts to the Great Blunder for this team that I'm sure he stole or was given. And we're just gonna play, win, get back up our points because again I'm tired of placing these lower ladder. I prefer higher ladder. But I know I said I'd upload earlier in the day. It's 7 o'clock right now. Give me some time, y'all. It's I got in a lot later than I expected. And the reason I'm saying that is because like right now I can tell whenever my folk, like if I record at the end of the day after being up at 4, like I'm trying to formulate a game plan here. My brain usually can and calculate all the stuff, and I'm just looking at the screen right now and I can forge something out like a really, if I dig, but it's not flowing. Probably because I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat. So we're just gonna do something a little looser, especially because this team doesn't have a sweeper. It doesn't make it easy to formulate game plans. I recommend that if you're newer, you're practicing game plans, it's easier for your mind to build around something being set up for, versus something like this where it's just offensive threats, specs, band, scarf. Because those game plans tend to be a lot more intricate. For example, in this, I can't just sweep him with Grassy Glide. I can't just sweep him with Cart. I can't just sweep him with Gardevoir because of speed tier reasons. So for me to win, I'd have to get Gardevoir and Moonblast as often as possible. And so then we have to have the tactics that get into that. So then we have to find out, okay, what are the 2 questions? What can he guard against Gardevoir? What can I guard against? His Lele for one. Definitely his Dragonite, if it's dual wing beat, destroys me. So those 2 are the most dangerous. So we want to position ourselves to where those 2 can't just have their way, so to speak. So phase 1 has to look like Gardevoir. Well, Gardevoir would cover for Dragonite, and Gardevoir versus Lele. 1, you can't get one shot. I don't think Moonblast one shots. But 2, it also forces him to Moonblast, which would allow Heatran to come, which would allow Stealth Rocks to go up, or whatever I so chose. I could do whatever I wanted. So this is a really good position to be in. It could be a choiced one. It could be choiced as I get 70% off. So the question now is, okay, he outsped me. He could just be a max speed Moonblast. Finish unlikely. He's probably Choice Scarf, and so we could take this opportunity to get Heatran in for free and get Rocks up, which would free up Lando, or we take the damage on Gardevoir. I don't see why I'd need to be at maximal health with guard. So what we're gonna do is just attack into the Finny now. The Magnezone is in, and we've established that Magnezone would obviously be a problem for Kartana. Now this matters because Smart Strike is a potential win condition. Now for that to happen, I need his Kartana either dead or significantly weakened. I have a Gastrodon as well. Now what we established was the Lele is a huge issue. So if you were to double switch for some reason here into the Lele, it would be a big problem. But also because then he just actually no, it's not a big problem. The reason I say that is because the Heatran is there for the Lele. So if the Lele for the Focus Blast into the Heatran and I'm weakened, it's annoying, but it's there for the Lele. I have to switch it into it. And our game plan is building up to, let's see, card, what was it? Finny makes sense here. I mean, you never go hard card here. So my player is the Earth Power into Lele. I don't like that, but it's just Earth Power. I didn't think Landorus would ever come in because, for obvious fucking reasons, you can't touch me. I think he forgot. I mean, Landorus wasn't a good play anyway. So now he obviously toxic. So I'm just debating whether or not it's worth. Yeah, it's actually. I don't want this toxic. If you get, you might just stealth right, which yeah. So I thought. I'm offensive Torn, which matters a lot. He's just gonna try to offer toxic, but because he's on a timer, this is not a situation that'll pay off for him. He actually is U-turns. So the Lele is in. I don't have, as I said, the Heatran's literally here for this. So if he focus blasts on the turn, he side shocks, choice specs. It says 3-8 KO, 4 KO. Thinking, does it matter if Magma is what I want to go for here? Magma guarantees value, especially because I'd kill this. I am gonna go for it. I hate Magma in situations like this where I don't have rocks up, primarily because I don't get anything out of it if I miss, but if I hit I get so much. But if I'm aiming to, because the Rillaboom's not winning, because that Dragonite is looming, right? So we're gonna Magma Storm hard here as he opts to go straight Knight. I do so wish I toxic there, because I don't know why he went hard D-Knight. That was I was gonna say sloppy, but it's not what I mean. I don't know why he went hard D9. I'm gonna go hard Gastrodon here. I mean, I don't know what you do. I just don't want him going Finny and tricking. I'm gonna just Earth Power. Yeah, there it is. It fucking didn't kill. Now we're forced to go to Gardevoir. He's probably gonna trick. If he tricks me Scarf, I'm actually grateful for that. He surfs. Interesting. Very interesting. So offer Rillaboom here because it gives me the terrain control and covers for whatever he's trying to go to. As it's gonna be Dragonite and it's faster and has Ice Punch. Very interesting. So now he can't guard against Moonblast. He's not gonna have Roost and Extreme Speed and Ice Punch. Like that's just not a thing. So you want to hold positions that cannot be defended, and in this case, it's gonna be Moonblast. Rillaboom's health is irrelevant. He's just gonna change the terrain here. What the first and foremost, he won the speed tie. Secondly, why the fuck would you risk the speed tie? So if I killed it, man, I'm really tight about that. But at least I know it's set. It's not ideal. Like that's a really big deal. That sequence just now, but you know, it is what it is. It's gonna Scald hard. If he randomly goes to Landers. I haven't shown Toxic. I have shown Toxic. That's a really big deal. I mean, I don't know why you'd risk the. Now he's gonna try to Toxic me. That's fine. So I get rocks up here. Is he Oscar Finny? Rocks matter. He's not choiced. Huh. I don't know why I thought he was spexed. A Magma Storm here. He's going hard Landers. Oh, he doesn't. Again, he's very Smart Strike weak, so that's a potential win con. So he gave me his Finny, and he very interesting. So the Dragon Dance is irrelevant because now I have I know you're set. Your Earthquake. Yeah, we just saw it. Your Earthquake. What's his face? Yeah. So you know, maybe Knock Sweeping is a potential here. I'm not fond of Torn because Torn less than Lele, and I don't have anything for that left. I mean, you'd sack your Finny here. I mean, anything other than sacking Finny is a horrible decision. I'm just gonna glide hard. Again, anything other than sacking Finny, horrible decision. So Lando is gone too. My Rillaboom is gone, which is whatever. Again, Rillaboom was not a win con. I'm like mad tight. You don't understand that. I'm mad tight about the fact that homeboy risked the speed on his Dragonite and got it. Like, I could have blown that Dragonite away with Moonblast. So now the sacks are here. Probably should have knocked there. I don't know why I didn't knock. Actually, no. I knew why I didn't knock. So here comes the likely double to Lele. I'm just thinking whether or not it's worth. I mean, me pivoting to Torn instead doesn't matter. Actually, the double Lele isn't even a go. Like, what am I talking about? I can just Smart Strike hard here. It's probably a 2 KO. Yeah. I don't know why he DD'd. I just thought about that. I'm like, I've seen his set. I know his set. So that won't work. So now we get the free switch into Tornadus. Leaf Blade's hard. Nice. And because we have Heat Wave, we actually don't have to think about. Usually in these situations, you're like, do I risk the Hurricane miss? But he's forced to sack. And now we can just go for whatever we want. We can Smart Strike straight up. And there's no one move he could lock himself into. So he Focus Blast, which, I mean, I was thinking, is that, I think you never Focus Blast there. Because now you guarantee lose. Like if you, because Cart, well, well, I guess not, right? You got the dodging moves. And so now it made the game a little trickier. I mean, not really. This Heat Wave again. You should go back to Lele. I was just trying to think. Heat Wave into Lele into the knock will kill the Lele, so it doesn't matter. This guy, when you talk about luck, bro, this guy right here is something else. So yeah, I mean, it's max special attack Heat Wave not doing. It's a Lele on stat Heat Wave not doing 33. I don't know. I was trying to head calc there. As you can see, we have no points to get these points going. Because when we wrapped up last live, it was like mid 1600. Okay, we can. But I don't want these to be super long. But it is getting to the point. If I find a team that I find fun enough, then I'll just do a really long live and make a run to like mid 17s to 18s just to get that shit over with. Because when I record, decay, not record for 6 days, decay again. Use up a lot of the time. I mean, it wastes a lot of the points. Though I you know, most of you guys are watching me just for the narration and, you know, all that stuff. So I guess it doesn't matter. You know, what's the rush? It just feels weird being like these parts of the ladders. It's really what it's about. If I'm just gonna be bluntly honest about this, it's really what it's about. It's like, I am Jam. I should be in the net. No. I'm gonna attach to your points, my guys. But no. I just think the quality of the battles are better. When you're in this part of the ladder, it's just a bunch of arbitrary moves being made, and it's not their fault. They're at the point of the development they're supposed to be. They have to get here before they get to their next phase. So it's not a big deal in that way. It's just I'd prefer to play people who actually know how to maneuver their teams really well, and it's more fun for me. As I said, my brain is struggling to find the point here. Really what I want to do is somehow Rillaboom him. I can definitely grass spam him to his team to death. This one I can. So guard Zapdos. Zapdos is a huge issue. Coco is as well. Whichever one of those he starts with, if he gets the matchup advantage, so be it. But Zapdos would be more dangerous. So what I'm gonna end up doing is guard. Guard only loses to as far as the things I can't guard against in Zapdos. Coco I can guard against, but it's just an annoying lead for my Torn, which would be the only option for my versus this guy Zapdos. If he does that and I cannot for guard it, I can go straight Tran, which will allow me to Brave Bird and I'll get the rocks up. As far as I can tell, I mean, unless they have to control his Landorus or Coco, I should be fine. And we're really just building up to the point where I have superpower that's Ferrothorn on a turn, and we just Leaf Blade through his team. So phase one is going to be this. Again, the hope is that he's either scared out by the potential of a Choice Scarf, or he just Brave Birds hard. He U-turns, which is, of all the plays, the worst. Because one, you never kill the Gardevoir. Two, unless you're Scarfed. Unless you're Scarfed, that makes sense. But if you're Banded, he did 7% to me. It's quad resisted and I'm a Heatran, and that's on stab. It's hard to say, but literally this Torn's purpose here is going to be to shut this shit down. Shut this shit down. Much like you've seen in previous games, you know, Landers is usually something that's just sort of thrown to the wayside. I don't want rocks up. I'm gonna get toxic, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I am offensive, so it's not in his best interest to just let me beat it down. But as I said, this is the ladder, and I don't think people think about two turns, and obviously his toxic miss mattered a lot. So the 2 turns in where it's like, okay, now I traded, because it's a value exchange every time. I've traded, 66% of my Landers' health for a toxic on the Torn, and it's not even 63% because I'm gonna get regen, so almost pretty much no health, but for a toxic. And you have to ask, okay, was that worth it? Did I need that? I don't think the Heligo is ever gonna have Grass Knot. To Meteor Beam here would be a waste of a turn. But he might have Grass Knot. He might have Grass Knot for his power gems. I'm sure he knows this shit learns Earth Power. He's 100% going to the Landers. I just can't. I get no value out of the turn if I miss, and I need that Zapdos check. It's like, so if I caught the Landers there, I killed it, which would have been nice and dandy and all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're just going to go with what we know. You'd never go Ferrothorn here. That's way too dangerous. Way too dangerous. And you don't know my guard set, so if I was not spexed, you go Ferrothorn, because it's getting to the point where he's getting real grassable right now. You know what I'm saying? He's getting real grassable. Heatran. Oh, if I define, well, what the fuck was I talking about? Because homie just went straight to the. I mean, the only way this makes sense is if you're scouting, like, and dude wasn't scouting. Like, people are actually insane, guys. People are actually insane. He's leaving this shit in. He's leaving it in, and I so wanted to heat wave there. Man, I so wanted to heat wave there. Gonna defog again as he protects, but he's gonna stay in now. Yeah, got him. Yeah, he's grassable. Again, you know, thinking about, okay, I'm facing a grass spam team. Is it best interest to sack my grass resist? You know, these are things to be considered, my friends. And I don't think my friend there considered that. But as I said, this is the part of the ladder you're at. You know, he's in its developmental phases and whatnot. So, yeah, it be what it be, as they say. Be like that sometimes. So we're going to hard guard. I mean, he Brave Birds or CCs, both of which do me well. Actually, does CC. And now I get a kill. Psyshock to a chaos. The only thing that could have come in was Coco. I mean, Coco, yeah, Coco would take one. Psychic, maybe not. If I was modest Psychic, I think he just won. He just dropped, but definitely at this point. So I can see like a Meteor Beam coming out, all that. It's relevant right at this point because Rillaboom comes in. I have a cart as well. I really could have just went cart. I could have went gas for that. There's a million things I could do, but you want to hold positions that cannot be defended. This is where the rocks mattered, because I think with rocks up, especially the Zapdos coming in the last time with rocks up, I'd 2-hit KO him here. But I mean, what is he gonna do anyway? You're smart strikeable, especially after you take this Grassy Glide. Yeah, he would have been 2-hit KO'd. So I no longer need Torn, especially if you Brave Buds. Brave Buds. Yeah, I'm gonna say you should CC. U-turned. U-turn wasn't necessary, but I'll take it. Take it. I'm thinking U-turns. Just thinking that the fastest way to do this, because the U-turns here goes to the Zapdos, CCs, force him to CC. If he does anything, he can't do anything other than CC here, right? And I sack the Torn to your CC. Torn wasn't there for any real reason. I don't understand. Now, if you U-turn and I stain, you're in trouble. So you can't U-turn. Well, yeah, like basically, so he needed to be at a point, right? Like you want to be at a point where your Zapdos is in, because you don't want my Rillaboom and my Cart coming in. So now you lose a Mon. That's why I needed to just attack with it. Why did I lose health just now? Okay, and he goes back to Coco instead of Zapdos, which I find fascinating. So again, much of the same. I really could have just stayed into Grassy Glide again there, but we want him to CC lock so we can just Smart Strike this and get it over with. We no longer need the Toxic, I guess, since accurate. And we just Smart Strike lock. If he switches into the Coco, we 2-hit KO. He's confirmed that he didn't confirm he's not Scarf. He very well could be. Unlikely though, unlikely. So grab one last one to round this out. But as you can see there, you really want to be mindful. That's why I had the 2 questions. The purpose of the 2 questions is not to form. It doesn't provide your game plan. In fact, it doesn't provide anything but awareness. But in order for you to, and this is something, and man, the book is going to be so crazy. I have an audio program coming out real soon for y'all that goes into detail on all of this. It's not quite the book, but it's more than the art. The current book I have out. So it's like a mixture of both. But in it, I explain the point of the 2 questions, or even asking questions, is to sort of like being in a dark room, right? Let's say that your job is to clean and organize rooms. And I turn the lights, you're like, okay, I can do this. And I say, okay, go ahead. And I turn the lights off in the room. Did your skills or your ability to do your job disappear? No, you still know how to organize things, but there's no light in there. You don't know where you are in relation to, is the room more organized, is it more disorganized, where am I? So the 2 questions shine light on the current state of the battle, and I'll show you how in this example, right? So we're just looking at arbitrary Pokemon. There are 12 Pokemon on the screen. And so how do we make sense of this data? We go, okay, or you can ask it anywhere. What has high impact? What can he guard against? But basically, we're trying to identify. You have to have a knowledge of the metagame before you can do this. That's why building your knowledge pillars first. But assuming you're there, yes, what can't he guard against, right? So you're identifying what on your team takes a lot of value whenever it comes in offensively. So in this case, I've identified that I think Rillaboom, assuming the Buzzwole is gone, takes a lot of value. Gardevoir, he has no fairy resist. I mean, Nidoking, haha, LOL. Cannot be guarded against. Yeah, and that's about it. And Gastrodon, looking at his team now, Gastrodon doesn't have much to touch my Gastrodon other than Toxic, so that's gonna be fun. But I'd say Gardevoir, and you know, if Buzzwole magically decides to kill itself, then also my grass types. What can't I guard against, right? So what on his team gives me a hard time? I'd say Bantar and Zapdos, like we just saw, Banded Zapdos or Banded Tyranitar, both of which are very hard to switch into. I don't have a Dark Resist, and I don't have good Flying Resist. So now that we know, okay, Zapdos, T-Tar, problem for me, Gardevoir, problem for him, we don't have any all that did was shine light, turn the light on in the room. So now we can apply skills. Now we know what the state of the game is. Now we can define our objective. So my objective is to get Gardevoir in as often as possible, likely versus Buzzwole, to defeat him. And so in order to do that, I'm gonna first start with the Gardevoir, much like the last time, to lure out the Lecky, to lure out the Lecky. I'm actually going to Moonblast here. I didn't want to take any damage on this, but it's such a good lead for me. One volt switching there. I mean, versus a gas. So now I have to defensively win this game. I'm really fucking annoyed. I am insanely fucking annoyed now. This is gonna be a very different game. So he's Choice Scarf. I'm gonna show you how to defensively win a game. It's fucking Assault Vest Tyranitar. What the fuck? I'm so fucking annoyed, guys. And oh shit. I'm gonna knock here. If the Buzzwole is Rocky Helmet, I don't want it to keep it, so I can U-turn infinitely. I am so fucking pissed, bros. You have no idea how fucking annoyed. I'm going to have to destroy this man. I mean, obliterate him. And so I'm gonna be a lot more aggressive. I'm going kind of going to hype, like fuck what I was just talking about. I'm gonna go in a more aggressive style of jam, where I'm going to just read the opponent left and right. Usually I don't like to do that. So Assault Vest, meaning it's toxic, flamethrower. Might have Earthquake. It doesn't matter. Give me this. As this terrain up crunches. He's fucking max attack, which I didn't want to see because as I said, we're gonna go a lot more aggressive. He never flamethrowers here. Stone Edges, boy, got fucking red, boy. Get motherfucking red, my nigga. Oh yeah, this is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning. Like I am I am pissed. I am peeved. I'm peeved right now. I am peeved right now. I am peeved. Give me that Landorus. Bring it in. Or are you gonna go to T-Tar? You're gonna take Rocks, Toxic, and Magma Storm? Oh yeah, bring that in. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how you gonna get... And now you can't do shit to this. Oh yeah. Oh no, you didn't think this was coming? Oh, no. Recover here. Oh, that's perfect. Hold on. Because I need to be at a certain amount of health. I want to Scald on his Zapdos switch, but if I burn it, then it matters. I need to be outside of the range of the Nidoking. Him Earth Powering here is best case scenario. So now I can Scald. Nice. Because now I'm outside of the range of Lecky and I can comfortably come in on T-Tar and whatnot. So there comes the Zapdos. My Heatran offensively is a big deal. If he CCs, so be it. He does. That was a risky thing for both of us. So I was like, if he CCs, I can win even if he does. The thing is, if he CC'd and I went Torn, he's in a doozy of a position. So back to Rillaboom we go. My Heatran was a big offensive threat, so I didn't want to play it like that. Actually, nah, I had to make that read. I just didn't get it right. I couldn't have went Torn. Torn is a problem once T-Tar is dead. Oh my fucking god, get red, boy, get fucking red. I'm about to Leaf Blade and Smart Strike to your entire fucking team. Okay? Smart Strike to your whole fucking squad. Whole squad's getting this shit. Toxic sucks, but he has knock. I really need to hit this. I really needed to hit that. He shouldn't have rocks up. Oh, fucking confusion. Fuck yes. So now at this point, Gastro. What? He's chosen Choice Scarf already, which means he's Brave Birding here. I forgot he was Scarf. I actually forgot he was Scarf. So Gastro plus Torn is gonna be the solution, the saviors. Brave Birds, Smart Strike plus Brave Bird shouldn't kill me. Actually, no, he's a fucking Zapdos. Should do 65. Just thinking if Recoil will do enough. Oh shit! They call me the Jamster, boy. Give me that. Give him to me now. You have no Leaf Blade switching, man. This Lecky, get the shit out of my face. He should double. But even if he does, the problem is it's getting to the point where your Zapdos, your Zapdos won't be able to kill my Gastrodons. Let me think. If I lose to Lecky otherwise, yeah, you have to Brave Bird Recoil, which you don't want to do. So he gives up T-Tar. He's gonna just do that and double switch. Okay. I'm gonna go Lecky and double switch back to Zapdos. I'm just thinking whether or not and the fact that the game is this close. So it's gonna come down to reading this turn. I am Scarf. The thing is, if he's modest, I outspeed him. He's Life Orb, but if he's modest, I outspeed him. If he's if that's the case, then I win anyway. So yeah, got him. Got that ass. Got that ass. Got that ass. Give me your fucking points. Give me your neck. Let me squeeze it. Now, bro, it's like you don't understand, because I was playing some games before, and the luck, bros, like the turn one shit like that. I'm like, come the fuck on, man. We just had a whole dialogue about Gardevoir being a problem. You lead poorly versus Gardevoir, and you crit my motherfucking Gardevoir. Turn one, evaporation. So that was a case where, because the circumstances didn't pan out the way I'd like, I had to improvise a little bit, a lot of bit, and I kind of skewed the risk versus reward thing with the doubles and positioning and all that. And you know, sure, we can turn that on whenever, but I don't usually use that style of playing, even though it's far more entertaining. I watch Blunder for shit like that, because the main focus of my channel is to make sure that the viewer understands the fundamentals, principles, all those things of the game, and then build from there. It's just not in my best interest to play in that manner. It kind of forced me. If my guard didn't get crit, I wouldn't need to, which is the whole point. You don't ever need to. Well, not ever need to, but if you can afford not to, then it's best to do that, because the danger of stuff like that is it puts power in the opponent's hands, because if he doesn't do what I expect, I'm fucked. And the reason I switched that last turn is for two reasons. If I risked it and thought, okay, well, I'm gonna hope that he's modest, well, I can just do that next turn. So let's say he wasn't, and he switched double to Zapdos and killed my Gastrodon. Well, I can just see if he's modest next turn and win the game anyway. So it's almost always better to go Gastrodon there. It's also possibly couldn't have killed me with Brave Bird. I do have 200 defense and a massive HP stat, so I might have ended up just prevailing anyway, just going to Gastrodon and clicking Recover. And Recover matters more because he's gonna Brave Bird. I guess you could CC. Why would you Brave Bird? It depends. It depends. Recover, if you're doing less than 50, Recover, I get 56% per turn. And Lecky, depending on what it had on its set, if it only had electric moves, then he needed Gastrodon straight up dead. But if you had something like Swift, we'll see. But either way, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Fun blast, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.